Rock Simple Science. My name is Lindsay, and today we're going to be learning about a hot topic, literally climate change. Have you heard of climate change before? This is a phenomenon where greenhouse gases that are made by burning fossil fuels like oil are trapped in the atmosphere, and they warm up the temperatures all over the world. This change in temperature is not only affecting our atmosphere, but it's now affecting our oceans. The warm air is warming up our ocean waters, which in turn is melting the glaciers. Now remember, glaciers hold about 69% of the world's fresh water, and we already know how precious that resource is. So today we're going to be exploring how climate change is affecting our sea levels. And to do that, we'll need a few materials. So here's what you'll need. 3 clear 2-quart tubs, 2 cups of medium-sized rocks, something to stir with, table salt, 3 cups, a measuring cup, water, and a wet erase marker. Before you get started with this activity, there's a little bit of prep work to do. So I've already done this step, but you'll need to fill your cups about 3/4 the way full and put it in the freezer so it's frozen. Right now I already have ice in mine, so we're ready to get started. First, we're going to label our clear containers with our dry erase marker, A, B, and C. Container A will represent a glacier, which looks like this. Container B will represent an iceberg, which looks like this. And container C will represent glacial calving, which is when a piece of ice breaks off the end of a glacier. Then, we will add 2 cups of water to each container. Next, we will add enough rocks into container A so that some of them are sticking out of the water. After that, we will pop the ice out of one of our cups, and then we'll set it on top of the rocks in container A. This ice block will represent a glacier. Once we have set the ice block on the rocks, we will mark the water level on container A, like this. Next, we will add about a tablespoon of salt to container B and stir until it's dissolved. After that, we will set an ice block in the water and mark the water level. This piece of ice will represent an iceberg. Next, we will mark the water level on container C. What do you think will happen if I add ice to container C? Let's find out. It looks like the water level went up, so let's make a new mark for that water level. Now, we can set our containers aside and wait until the ice is melted in all 3 containers. Then we will measure the water level on each container. Which container had the highest level of water in it after all that ice melted? It looked like to me that container A had that highest level of water. This is a good representation of what's actually happening to our glaciers and our sea levels. Even though glaciers melting and icebergs melting and glacial calving is happening, and it kind of seems like a small change at the time, over a long period of time, that all adds up to one big thing, which is our rising sea levels. Which actually reminds me of our fun fact. Did you know that there's a difference between climate and weather? Climate describes the weather patterns in a certain region at a certain time of year. So, for example, in Arizona, we know that they have a dry desert climate. They have a lot of dry and hot weather. Whereas here in Iowa, we have what's called a continental climate, where we have really hot summers and really, really cold winters. Now, weather is what describes what's happening outside your window right now. So, like rain or snow or sleet or hail, tornadoes, hurricanes, those are all considered weather events. Well, friends, that's all for Simple Science today. I hope you had fun and learned something new. If you're looking for more educational or fun content, check out our website, waterrocks.org. Until next time, friends!